Okay, welcome to Blueline tutorials. This one we'll call OLIGHT. So how do we create the illusion that this pole with a yellow light is casting light on the ground? Well, that's what this tutorial is all about. How to create that effect using something we call OLIGHT. Good? Let's get started. First of all, let me open up my editor. That's Alt-E. Alt-E has an elephant, and you'll see a very simple orb here with a player. That's my point of view. Here is an object, which is the lamp. See here, lamp 56 is the object I'm using. And that's all that's in the actual orb. Inside this box, this very small stamp of a space, is the player and a lamp. But this lamp, as you see, is casting light on the ground. That effect is caused by this OLIGHT. Here it is at the top. Cool. There's no effect parameters in this particular tutorial, so I'm only going to touch the basics. This is the texture you will need to have in order to cast that circle of light on the floor or ground. It's called LM Circle 1. Cool, here it is. Texture, LM Circle 1. It is a BMP. Good? So, out here in the void, you place your OLIGHT. Good? I'm going to make another just so you see it. I'm going to erase this, but I'm scared. Should I erase it? I don't know. We're going to create another one. Ready? So, I'm going to leave this lamp on the screen, and we're just going to create another one from scratch. Cool? So I'm going to click here. Good? See the OLIGHT continues? Right? Since this was selected, the next left click I do, I had to think of left and right. I put down here, let's delete that and start again. Ready? So here it is. I'm going to select it. See, it's white. I'm going to click. We'll click next to it. Good? Now, it carries the attributes into this next one. So it's already done some of the work for you. The OLIGHT continues. The LM circle continues. The only thing that doesn't continue is this thing down here called light, which is the ID name. Very important. So this did not carry through. So I'm going to call this one light. Use your shift key. Keep the caps up. Use your shift. You could see, but you can't. My pinky's on the shift key, and I'm going to type LIGHT 1. Good? But look, I made an error. I don't want the 1 to be an exclamation point, so we'll redo that. Light 1. All right. Now, next part. Auxiliary. These also have been carried over. Good? There's a reason we put named lantern. I'll show you that in a moment. And number 4 gets a 512 inside. Don't ask why at the moment. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. You can play around later. So name D lantern. Name number 4, 512. Click OK. Good? Cool. You'll notice that the original one also has the same attributes. Name D lantern, number 4, 512. Good? So those carried over. Terrific. So we have light 1 and light 2. Now, I'll show you something else. So we're going to borrow this lantern again. Notice its ID name is lantern. I'm going to make another one over here just for fun. Good? Notice the ID name does not carry over, but the lamp texture does. Lamp 56 is carried over. I'm going to give this the number, the name also, I'm going to call it lantern. Good? No, I'm going to call it lantern 1. Scratch that. Good. Lantern 1. Light 1, lantern 1. So we'll make this completely separate and not dependent on this first OLIGHT. So here we go. OLIGHT. going to open it up. We're going to call this now lantern 1. Good? Do you see why I'm doing that? So name D gets the ID name of this lantern, or this lantern, which is lantern 1. This particular OLIGHT object effect is related to this one, and this one is related to this one. Good? How do we know this? I'll repeat. We know this because inside the auxiliary we see lantern and 512. Okay, that's connected to this one. And inside of this one, repeating myself, but it's good to repeat myself, lantern 1, 512 remains the same. Quit OK. And over here is lantern 1. So this one is going to affect the light on this one. Cool. This one's already set. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save. And I do that by hitting Alt-S, Enter. Alt-L, Enter. And Alt-E, Enter. Oh, look, we have another lantern. Look at this. It's already got a little light underneath it. Isn't that cool? Oh, but wait a minute. This one's bigger. I want this one to be big like that one. Well, here's how you do that. Ready? I'm going to go into Alt F6. I hit the Alt key, and I hit the F6 up here. And over here, Objects. I'm going to go here, Name, and hit L, capital. Remember, my pinky's on the Shift key. So capital L, capital I, capital G, H, T, and a 1. Enter. And I'm going to change the size, which is scale. And I'm going to turn that on by clicking with the left mouse button and doing my wheel up. Cool? Drag it up. And now I can change this. Oh, wait a minute. It's not working. Oh my gosh, why is that? Why is it not working? Some sort of error has happened. Oh my gosh, we have an error. What's going on? What if I want to change the color? The color's not changing, is it? I don't think so. What's going on here? Why is this one not working? What did we do wrong? These things happen. All right, here we go. So you see I've changed the color of this lamp to yellow. How did I do that? Well, this is tricky. I'm going to tell you it's a little glitchy. So I'll tell you how I fixed the glitch, but first let me show you. So I'm turning on color. And if I turn the green and the blue and I play around with the RGB, we can change the color of the light, but let's put them all up to 100 so we get white. We don't confuse anybody. We can also take the alpha down so you can change the intensity using the alpha. Good. 0, no intensity. 100, total intensity. We can change the size. So I want to change the scale. But it's not working. Why is it not working? Oh, there it goes. So the Z works. Why doesn't the Y work? Because that's up and down. So we're going to play with the X. Left to right, and the Z, make it narrow if you want. We can also make this narrow too, and bring it in and make it a very small footprint. Good? So footprints. Good. We can change the size. We can change the color. We can even move it if you wish, if you want to. The Z, nope, doesn't move. Doesn't move, doesn't move. So don't worry about moving it. You can't. Let's turn that off then. Good, and then we save. Cool. Z, X, color, yellow. There we go. Cool. I'm going to hit save by clicking the Now button. And I'm going to hit Alt F6 to close this menu. And now we have a white one and a yellow one. Cool? Good. Hope this is helpful. Good luck, everybody. See you next time.